Hi, everybody. Welcome to the QB School. I am JT O'Sullivan. Today, Hendon Hooker preseason week 3, 2024, locked in, fired up. Let's get it going. Welcome to the QB School. Before we dive into the video, quick reminder about the Quarterback School Patreon community. This group is the foundation, the bedrock of the channel. Not only is it a great, cheap way to support the channel, but you get even more Quarterback School content. So hop over there, join, become a member. I appreciate your support. As for this video, let's get into it. Hendon Hooker preseason week 3, 2024. Right out the gate, we're going to hit the drag down here to the bottom. 3rd and short. Nice pocket movement. Ability to kind of stay alive in the pocket, move, and deliver the ball, put it right on him. Back takes an L. It's just a really nice, subtle pocket movement. No panic, right? You see the back not get there. Violent reset. Moving to your left, put it right on his face. I'll let it play full speed here. This is a really nice job. It's not the hardest throw in the world, but still 2 hands on the ball. Really fundamentally sound. Looks calm in the pocket. Able to play this play and find a completion on important down and distance. No, right there. And again, I love the ability to kind of do it off schedule here as far as someone takes an L in front of you. There's no panic. There's no bail. He keeps his eye. Watch his eyes the whole time. They're downfield. Ready to throw, and it's a perfectly weighted ball right on him. Let's go. First down. Next one here, 3rd and 10. This is a bit of a bummer. We're going to try to hit this shallow down here to the bottom, the number 1. They're going to run a little game up top and pick the center in a little bear front. I'm hoping that this ball got tipped because this is a throw we got to make. We got multiple runaways. Really nice job. Watch the center here get picked by the 3 technique on our left. Boom. Free runner right in our lap, and we skunked that thing, right? Now, does it get hit? I can't really tell from the film. We're going to say it does, just so I feel better about it. But it's one of those things where it's unfortunate because you've got multiple runaways. We're catching what I'm used to calling man free. All man free means is we're going to go middle field closed, and they're going to rush 5. So as we get to closed here, so someone in the middle of the field, man to man everywhere else. So you rush 5. There's no real player that's that kind of what I'm used to calling hole thief rat player in the middle hunting people up. So all these crossers are going to be really good. So we've got what I call the shallow, kind of low cross, in. You got all these runaways, and this is a great decision. It's going to be a nice hit. 3rd and 10, even though you're throwing under the sticks here, you got a great opportunity for a first, especially because we can't pick up the stunt in front of us. Now, you might think to yourself, oh, we're not hot. We've got all day to throw. But you catch a game like this, and you catch the center essentially not getting any depth. So when you're on different levels, you can get picked like this. And again, what I'm talking about pick-wise here is this 3 technique. He's going to run right into the center. And all they're going to do is run a loop with one of these guys. I'm not even sure which one it is. This coming right here. And again, the way you would try to mitigate this, or I would, is by telling these guys to get the hell out of their stance and get depth so that we're all on the same level. What you don't want is don't want to have 2 guards deep and the center short setting. So now when they run that pick, we can't pass them off because we're at different levels. So not easy to do. But one of those things where, preseason, pass pro is always an issue. Not easy to play quarterback when you got a big guy running and it's the other 3 technique looping around. So we got a little bit more time. But you can see all the runaways, right? Multiple guys running away right in our screen. Just don't hook it up. Next one here, another 3rd down, this time 3rd and 5. This time we're going to run drive out. So drive up top, out to the slot down here to the bottom. Pretty popular, long-time West Coast play. Nice job from Hooker here using his legs to get the first down. Now, could he slide and maybe get it to the drive and not take the hit? Sure. But 3rd medium, got no problem right here. He sees it. He can go get it himself. Just love for him to protect himself. That's a big-time shot. So again, this play, and I think I have a full video on this play, is you're trying to throw this. We got this must outside release go. Now, some teams alert that thing and allow you to play it, but really you're trying to work this out, and then everything's coming towards you. So the drive, there's that burst in we talk about, or burst basics. Sometimes we're trying to get that rub on the backside. And usually this thing plays itself out like 1, 2, 3. And again, third down, multiple runaways, multiple zone options. In zone, we'd probably settle up on this drive. We could hunt up this thing on basics usually. And again, it's a really nice play. I also like it when the check down comes out the other way. So beautiful play design. I think it's a good decision to go. Just get down and protect yourself, or move and throw it to the drive. You see the drive coming towards us, right? Up top for the number 1. So move, throw it, or move, go, but then protect yourself. And you got to know where the sticks are on third down to be able to make sure you're not baseball sliding behind the sticks. But once you get to the first down marker, get down, even if it's head first. Protect yourself. Don't take the shots that I always think are bad for quarterbacks are not necessarily you're going to get blown up when you're running. It's when you're in the grasp and then you turn your back like that. You don't know what the hell's happening coming from the backside. There could be a big defensive lineman coming behind, and it's all bad. Next one here, a little naked keeper up top. Now, this is such a good fake that the blitzing DB type here follows the ball. And it's unfortunate that we can't hook up the throw because it's a world-class fake here. Watch the DB coming from the right. He follows the running back. You would love to see Hooker be able to just take a little bit more off this. I don't think it's a bad throw, but that's harder than it has to be, right? Extending one-handed from 5 feet away, 5 yards away. I think it would help him a few things. First of all, the fake is awesome, and I'm going to celebrate the fake. We're going to watch that edge player up top, call it the nickel, come through the C gap, follow the ball. But I think what would help him, and I haven't talked about it actually for a few videos, as you make this fake, get some depth. So not only does it allow you to, hey, in case this guy didn't follow the run and he decided to hard charge me at the point of exchange, you're running away from him. But then it also makes this throw, as you come out of this thing and you're on the move to this flat, a little bit easier because you're not right on top of each other where he comes out flat, this guy's in the flat, and now we've got to navigate this defender right here in a tough up and over from a really tight distance. So just creating a little bit better spacing on these things. And again, it's easy with a clicker, but you can see, Hooker comes out a bit flat there. He's nowhere near 10 yards deep coming out of that thing, and it makes the throw more difficult than it has to be. All those excuses aside, we still got to be able to hook this up. Just pull the string. That's a sweet fake though, isn't it? Look at that thing. Extend. Whoop. Pull it back. Did that guy dirty. See ya. Oh, too bad. Next one here is living on the edge up top. I'm going to call this a hitch by the number 1 up top. And this could easily be a pick 6 the other way. Now, it could easily be a massive play too if our guy caught it, turned upfield. 1-2. I mean, it looks pretty good as far as the mechanics of how he's going through it, timing-wise. Left-right throw. You can see the access up top, one-on-one, as opposed to coming down here to the bottom versus press. He's throwing that thing. I just think the route is so slow. Watch the corner. The corner's not even looking at the quarterback. He's looking at the wide receiver right there. He's driving that thing way before the hitch turns around. That hitch does not look like a vertical. That looks like a slow motion hitch, and almost shocked that he throws it to him. Just a fortunate rep more than anything else. That easily could have been a pick 6 the other way. Hey-oh. And again, if he catches it, so the ball location is pretty spectacular, assuming he doesn't tip it right there. But if he catches that thing's a big play up the sideline. I mean, a massive play up the sideline because you're going all out, sell out on the pick 6. You miss it, big play. Next one here, 2nd and long, 2nd and 11. We're going to run old school short post to the number 2 down here. Your guy 37 for the Steelers is having a rough quarter. Gets murdered on this route. Love seeing a good DB hand slap after a rep. Really nice job. This is a beautiful route. I love the footwork. Just let this footwork wash over you from Hooker. Kick back, lined up to his left, on time, wide open. Now it's wide open because it's a classic route, but it's a beautifully executed route as well. So watch the wiggle that you get at the top of this. So what I'm calling short post here is essentially glorified slant. It's usually paired with a gather shallow. So you're trying, and why I call it a gather shallow is you're trying to gather the middle of the 3 linebacker types. So you're not running to win it per se. You're running to get up into this guy and then across to create that hole for this. But watch the stem here, the patience to like work this and then cross him over. And again, it's rough, but really nice job route wise here. I love the short post route from the number 2. Oh, oh yeah, beautiful. And Hooker does a nice job playing it. Again, that's not the most difficult throw in the world, but I think what he does here is really nice execution, nice footwork, nice rhythm. You can see him lined up, puts a super catchable ball right on his face. That's an outstanding rep. Next one here, pretty nice scramble from Hooker. This is one of those plays where I think you get a little fortunate. You're hot up top. I would say let's get the ball out of our hand. Hopefully we know we're hot. These are the types of reps that make me real nervous when I see quarterbacks hot right in their face and they look like they're playing it without knowing that they're hot. 23 is blitzing. Again, could the right tackle, depending on if we knew the pass pro here, big squeeze that thing and take the inside guy? Yes. Like I would love for him to do that. But we'd still be a free runner in the C gap. Now, that doesn't take anything away from Hooker's got the ability healthy to get vertical, go run, and do this for sure. But again, I just want to make sure I'm really clear and explicit. When a guy is hot like this, meaning, and again, we don't have to know the pass pro to know that this is a free runner. And they've got a hot answer here. You could throw the flat. You could potentially throw the spot or the snag. Either one of those have operate for hots sometimes. What I don't love to see is someone play this play like they're not hot. And even though he's athletic enough and or the defensive play is so bad that he's not taken down or hit hard or sacked, it still, to me, doesn't necessarily qualify as a great play. Like, yes, the athleticism is great, but oh my God, like if he just runs through his ribs here, we're in all sorts of trouble. Who knows what the hell that defender's doing? Luckily, it's not 37, but man. And then from there, nice run, get vertical, certainly athletic in that regard, can go get some yards himself, no doubt. But we got to play this thing like we're hot. And again, I would love the right tackle to big squeeze that thing and come down on the little guy right there. But regardless, one of those guys is going to be free. Whoop! Right here, go, protect yourself, protect the ball. Nice job getting vertical. But play the hot. Next one here, touchdown pass. Ball's on the 2. We're going to end up hitting the back and the flat. Now, this might look a little late. And again, it's probably not a perfect throw, a little behind him. The timing of it is a little funky. But I think it showcases Hooker's base, his patience, his ability to get through a read, his vision, all really nice. Like, yeah, a better ball would make this easier. But again, I'm not familiar with what this play is. So I'll call that a sit. I'll call this like a short post here and then a flat. So my thing about plays like this is I'm not sure necessarily how you would read it. Very rarely do you read it and play it like Hooker does here, where he is essentially looks like he's looking here, one, and then he just feels this kind of open up. It's hard to go something down the field to a flat that's not a check down. Like this is a free release flat. So if we're waiting for this wing to win and he just doesn't, and then we see this flat pop, that's good for you. Again, the design of it to me doesn't look like it makes a lot of sense, but Hooker makes it work. I love the base here. So no. And again, looking like we're trying to work 84. No. Nobody on the flat. Flip it out there. And again, a little back hip. Nice catch, nice adjustment, touchdown. So really nice vision. I think his base allows him to play it like that, which is a great trait. And that's a beautiful job finding the touchdown. Next one here, big play action shot, 2x2 condensed. We're going to look at the corner down here to the bottom and then rip the in up top. Again, beautiful base. I really like this rep because he's staring down the barrel right here. So he goes 1 to 2 full field read. Watch him go left, no. Right there. Up top, no. Back around to the right. You got 93 barreling down on you. Thanks for nothing, tight end. Oh. Nice job. Got enough juice on that thing to get a big chunk down the middle of the field. So again, if we're trying to go big play action, set our eyes here, that's not there, big deep in. And again, really nice job here. You'd love for this guy to have his eyes up and take this big hit off of us from 93. But again, It's a really nice job from Hendon Hooker to be able to go left, right, off the under center, big play action. No, no, no. Rip it. And again, watch the base. No heel click, balance, rhythm, eyes downfield, not staring at the rush, delivering a shot between the hashes. Just an outstanding. This looks like a polished pro rep. No, boom, take a big hit. I mean, he couldn't even get really lined up. His feet are kind of to the left, and he's got to take a big shot like that. Look at the step. See him step into the left? It's an impressive throw. Whoop. Halftime. You dig the channel and you haven't already, please like, subscribe, hit the bell, get the notifications. I sincerely appreciate you subscribing to the channel. It means a lot to me, so thank you for taking the time and doing that. Again, the Quarterback School Patreon community, you know about it. Join, become a member, get even more Quarterback School content. We also have Quarterback School courses. Now, the courses are the premium content available through the channel. These are deep, deep dives in my favorite football topics. We have a course on RPOs, tempos, pass protection. The best-selling course is how to beat every coverage. We even have an entire offense available for you. So hop over there, check them out at the new Quarterback School website, theqbschool.com. You can hop over there and ask me anything, a really fun interactive feature that allows you to dive into the library of content available through the channel. And then finally, make sure to follow me across all social media platforms. I appreciate your support. As for this video, let's get back to it. Next one here, another 2x2 big play action shot. This time we're going to try to throw it to the number 1 up top on the deep flag or corner, back pylon. Now, I think initially he has him. The throw is probably slightly underthrown. I don't think it's necessarily a terrible read. I think he's running by him. The throw is just a little bit off, and he could catch it. I think the thing that always stings for me on plays like this is, if we're setting this to the back pylon or high or whatever you say, and he gaps this guy, like he's running by him, he's significantly behind us, let's let it rip for sure. But I think the play is not necessarily often designed for that. I think the play is often designed for the kind of intermediate one that comes out the sail here. And then it's almost always universally paired with an in on the backside. And so when you take this shot, I know a lot of good play callers that will say, you can take that shot whenever you want. You just better hit it because it's designed here. And when this is wide open on the film and you forced it down the field and you don't hook it up, it's a bad look on the quarterback. So again, play it out here as far as, hey, if we have the shot up top, let's take it. Flip your hips, find it. So you think he's running by him right now? Maybe. I mean, he's by him. I don't know if he's gapping him. He's still got a little bit of outside leverage there, but you can see the sail coming wide open, right, to 84. So it's just it's easy to be critical when you have the clicker like this. But I will also say that it just looked like the wide receiver has to slow down a little bit, like he changes his gait, like we run out of club a little bit as well. And catch the damn ball if it hits you in the hands. So it can be all of those things. I think the thing that stings the most is 84 is there for an easier hookup as opposed for a contested fight down the field. Next one here, another third down, this time 3rd and 7. Again, we're going to use our feet. We're going to scramble down here to the bottom. Doesn't like it. He's able to get, one of those things where we're certainly fast enough. I love the fact that he goes full speed out of bounds too. Protect yourself on the boundary. Get through the white. But to be able to be a young guy in the league and to have the capacity to run and get these first downs without necessarily having to make a spectacular throw and read from a muddy pocket. And again, bit of a hole there by the left tackle as well, getting beat inside right there. But nice job from Hooker not forcing it down the field and go get out of bounds. Excellent. Next one here, this is an interception. So this is a bummer on many, many, many levels. He's going to go from looking like he's trying to read up top back to this backside in. I think the throw is good enough. I think the 83, volleyball sets this a little bit. I think 83 also changes his gait. I think the snap here kind of sucks as well. So he's lined up to the left. I think he just gets off the left a little early. I think honestly the snap initially screws this thing up, but then watch the in coming from our right to left up top. I think the wide receiver changes his gait, like settles down as well. So see him kind of turn his hips. So he's running right there. And then when we're throwing it, he like turns his hips to stop and settle down. Well, bro, we're already throwing it. So now it's way out in front. So I don't think it's a bad throw. I think the wide receiver does his dirty down the field, changing his gait. And now it's a pick six. Not pick six, but interception. So again, lots of different things here. The other part I would say here is he plays it a little quick. And what I mean by that is amen. I don't know what the hell this play is. Okay, we're going to run this hook. It looks like this guy goes to the deep corner and someone runs a deep in like this. It sure looks like he's staring over here, 1, and then comes back to the in, 2. Now, I don't love necessarily running an into a curl like this, but you can see the spacing of it works. The bummer here is that if he were to give this guy a little bit more time to work this route, he wins. Like he's looking there and he wins and we put it on him, as opposed to not trusting it, getting off of it early. And now this guy does us dirty with his gate and coming out of it weird. So again, let's watch that hook by the number 1 up top. Patience, win. All right, like he creates all sorts of separation at the top of that thing. Instead, we come down here and 83 decides he's going to settle down when he's wide ass open running across the middle of the field. So kind of unfortunate on 3 levels. The snap is not good enough. The quarterback plays it a little too quickly. We don't give the guy a chance to the left. And then the wide receiver 83 does us dirty. So again, it's not easy to play quarterback when you're catching balls that are in the right, the left-hand batter's box. Whoop! But look at his feet. He's lined up. He's just a little early. 12 hasn't come out of it yet. So he's off of him before he, does him dirty at the top. Who knows what the hell that's supposed to be? Is that supposed to be a 7 stop? Whew. Regardless, 83, I think, is the main culprit. Too bad wide receivers can't get charged for interceptions, huh? Been wishing for that for years. Next one here, 2nd and 7. To me here, he's going to take off and scramble. I think he takes off here a little early. It looks like he's working down here to the bottom. It looks like the number 1 I would classify as borderline wide open, running the short in. We got to throw that. Now, when he goes to take off, he can certainly stride out. But I will say there is a tendency to be a little bit all over the place, especially in the collision element. So could he take his drop, whatever it's supposed to be, and throw it right there? Yes, I think he could. Now, is he going to get hit? Absolutely. Or he got the potential to be hit. The left guard recovers a little bit. But if he doesn't think so, okay, get out and go. But when you get out and go, protect yourself. It's 2nd and 7. Like we're getting tackled as we're sliding. This is probably a bad comparison, and many people probably won't know it. But when he runs, he kind of reminds me of my guy AB I used to play with in New Orleans, Aaron Brooks. Like a thoroughbred, can run, but just had like an awkwardness to get down and protect himself. Just like the awareness to get down, protect yourself. It's 2nd and 7. You got a first down, get down. Don't take hits. Don't turn backwards. And just throw it to the open guy down here to the bottom. I don't think you're going to feel, if you're throwing this on time to the bottom, you're not going to feel the left guard lose. You just have to take your drop and throw it to the bottom. It's open, throw it. Even if you're going to get hit, throw it. You don't know you're going to get through on a scramble here. So take the drop, distribute the ball onto the next play. But when you go, protect yourself. Too many weirdo, kind of half down, big shots, especially for a guy coming back from, not being 100% to taking unnecessary shots on 2nd and long. Next one here to start the 4th, big play action shot. We're going to end up hitting the in up top, the deep in. Got to move a little bit off the pocket, maybe probably causes him not to be as precise as he would love to be, but still like the pocket movement, a little horse collar at the end as well. But watch the pocket movement at the top of this thing. 2 hands on the ball, up, over. Again, I don't think that's necessarily a terrible throw. He's got to go up and get it a little bit behind him as well. A better ball, that's probably an even better yak opportunity. But still, nice job. Again, love the play call, the play action, the condensed formation. We're just taking a big shot, post-ish, whether it's double move, Dino, post, whatever you want to call it, with that deep in down the middle of the field. And again, any in down the hash is my jam. And I just love seeing it combined with the kind of arm talent to be able to drive it down the field, 2 hands on the ball, little pocket movement, reset your feet. Again, would love to throw a better ball, but certainly good enough for a big chunk, add on the penalty, and let's go. Next one here, another great job from Hooker using his legs. So nothing's there down the field. In fact, there's a penalty, it looks like, for defensive holding or pass interference down the field. Not there, he's got to go. I think he looks like a more comfortable runner outside the numbers and to the sideline. He does a good job, again, getting enough, fast enough. I think he's more than fast enough. He looks like he can stride out, if I'm being honest. But this ability, good decision. Now go, accelerate, and get out, protect yourself, play through the white. No unnecessary hits, just well done. We've seen him now when he kind of scrambles inside the numbers or inside the hashes, it's a little dicey. But when he gets out and can use his speed, and again, use his speed, nothing down the field, go get a first down yourself, is just a huge, awesome trait as a young guy to be able to give your offensive unit and be able to cover up. There's nothing down the field. That's supposed to be a crosser from 1. He's never going to get there. 83, we got to go. Nothing there. Go get it yourself. Get out of bounds. Protect yourself. Last one here. This is a bummer. I thought this was an opportunity for him to hit the number 1 down here to the bottom, kind of late on the corner. So he's got to navigate the edge. No. And I really thought there was an opportunity where he could have seen kind of the double mailbox in the back corner of the end zone. You can really see it here. So we've already talked a little bit about the naked kind of technique. And again, is he throwing the corner here or the over? I don't know. I mean, I think both of them are kind of there. You can see the over in the corner. But when he goes right here, so obviously the play here is to throw it to the double mailbox captain. But it's one of those things where, as he navigates this edge, and I think he could help himself by getting more depth, but he gets around this last guy. He's had so much success with his feet. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. It's just one of those things that, man, when you come out here to be a playmaker as opposed to a runner first, that's one of those throws. I think you look at the film and you're like, I probably had it, and I would probably, maybe not expect, but love to see him make that play in the back. And again, it looks like he thinks about it again right there. And then he probably thinks he's probably too far past the line of scrimmage. But one of those things where, I feel like he made so many right decisions and played really clean and really well. This last one would have been that really nice little cherry on top. And again, he might be right past the sticks when he sees him. It's going to be right there. So I think he kind of realizes he's past him. The other thing, again, we've already talked about on these nakeds, the ball's on the 19. I would expect him to come out here and touch the 29. And he just comes out a little flat. So if he got himself a little bit more depth, got a little bit more time to work on that edge, maybe he sees that thing a little bit easier. Regardless, that's a bummer right there in the end zone, right? Double mailbox in the preseason on that. So close. Regardless, I think a pretty impressive performance. Everything looked pretty polished, pretty smooth, executing the offense at a high level, made some plays, used his feet. I'd be pretty excited in Detroit with Hooker. All right, so that is a wrap. Hendon Hooker, preseason week 3, I thought pretty nice performance. I thought there were a number of plays that kind of showcased his strengths, his ability to create, his ability to use his feet, to get outside, be smart on the boundary, to drive the ball down the field, to play with great base, to play with really nice vision. I think the interception, there were a number of things that went sideways on it, hardly his fault. But overall, man, pretty impressive. Excited to see when he gets that opportunity, if he gets that opportunity, when and wherever it comes, for him to go in there and do his thing, because the film is pretty exciting for him to be able to see the things that look like they translate to the Sunday game and him to be able to do consistently. So locked in. Thank you so much for hanging to the end. I will see you next time. Have a good one.